Hi there, and welcome to the Pure Proposals channel, where we take a look at all things PandaDoc related. And so in this video, we're going to talk about basically an overview of PandaDoc and take a look at the platform itself and basically what it comprises. So without further ado, let's get started. So I have a demo workspace here, and this is my instance here. Basically, you have on the left-hand side here all of your documents, templates, forms if you need them, content library items, catalog, product catalog, contacts and reporting, and then of course down the bottom here some settings, etc. So jumping into documents, documents basically are derived from templates. So you use your templates, you set them up, and then create documents from the templates. So you can see here, this shows all the documents that have been created and the status that they're in, whether they've been sent, paid, completed, or in draft in this instance. You've also got templates, the template section. You can pull from the template gallery that exists in PandaDoc. So you can sort of go through here and find something appropriate to your industry. Say healthcare, for example, and there's specific healthcare-based templates here. This is a good starting point, a good foundation to sort of build out your template, and you can certainly take it further from there with regards to, making it unique to your business and your business offering. You've got forms below that. Forms are very similar to documents in the way that they work. They're not the type form, jot form kind of forms. They're more like a document with the editable fields. If you're familiar with PandaDoc, you'll know what that means. But if not, I will go over this in another video. You also got content library items. These are basically sections within documents or templates that can be added in here, and they're editable just like documents and templates are. So you can see here, this is the introduction section that I added in, and it's just the same as the normal editor. You've got a catalog of products. You can import all of your products in. And if you're using a CRM platform, such as HubSpot, for example, you might want to have them in HubSpot, but you also might want to have them in here, all of your, your product SKUs, basically. You can import them all at once from a CSV file, or you can individually add items if you don't have that many. For example, consulting services practice might only have a couple of SKUs for their services. Any contacts you add will be added in here. Any that get added to templates or documents when they're sent will be added in here. You can go ahead and import all your Google contacts if you wanted to. If you're intending to just use the platform without a CRM, that is definitely a recommended practice. And then you have reporting. And this is available on the enterprise tier and to some extent on the other tiers, but not as in depth as this, basically. And then you have settings. So within the settings, you can amend your branding. You've also got obviously things like personal info, integrations. You might want to connect with something like HubSpot, Salesforce, etc. All of those connections are here, as simple as clicking the button connect and then following the steps basically to integrate. You've got the access to your team within here, and you can invite additional users depending on the plan that you have. And that's how that functions. You've also got settings in here, such as expiration settings, auto reminders, whether you want to do that on every document you send out level, basically, sending a reminder within a certain number of days. Of course, it can be turned off on a document level before sending out that specific document if you don't want to, for example, remind a very specific client every 5 days or so. And there's some additional settings here like currencies, etc. Under the branding settings, you can amend your company logo, add in button colors, make it look like it's come from your brand. That's sort of in that setting there. And you've got billing and workspaces. On the enterprise tier, you can create additional workspaces for your different teams, and that's how that functions basically. So that's a general overview of the workspace or the platform main area, I guess. And then you also have the templates. I'm going to very, very quickly dive in because there's quite a lot in there. But if you go into, like for an example, let's just create a new template. From the template gallery, we'll use one of the existing ones. Let's say this one, sponsorship. Go ahead and create this just so you can see what it looks like. So you saw this before, but this is basically the editor. You have different sections you can pull in. It's all sort of drag and drop like this. And there are editable sections and properties within each of the the modules that get brought over basically. The way that this editor works is you've sort of got all of your standard formatting tools or options at the top here, and then you've also got your template settings in these three little dots here. So you can amend those, reminders, renewals, etc. on the template level basically. You can set up workflows if you wanted to. That's an available option here in terms of approvals, suggesting edits, etc. And you can change the roles as well. So you've got sender signer on this particular template. You can add additional people that would be CC'd. All of that is possible here. So I'll be doing another video which will deep dive into the blocks themselves and how they function, and there'll probably be videos on each individual block because there's a lot involved in each specific one, a lot of settings and a lot of options. But generally speaking, these are your blocks, and you've also got fillable fields down the bottom here. So for example, if you want to drop in a date field and have the client sign the date in specific terms and conditions, or sign the agreement at the bottom here, those are those fields that you would use and drop over here. And you can it's as easy as sort of dragging that across and popping it in there basically. And then you go ahead and assign it to the client like that. So generally speaking, that's how that works. You'll use the template by clicking use the template, and then you'll assign those roles and continue. That will bring you through to an exact same editor as this. It will look exactly the same, and you'll amend that document before sending it. And once it's sent, then you've got the option of basically selecting whether to send it via email or whether to send it via link, and you can do either of those, and then you're good to go. And basically then, once a document's sent, you can pop back into the home area here, and you can see where those documents are. So when they're sent, they'll be probably in this to sign area here. And once they're done or finalized, they'll end up in here. And that was an overview of the PandaDoc instance. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. I'll be doing some additional videos, as I said, which will deep dive into those additional elements. So thanks for stopping by.